Hello, welcome to day 7 of our 30-day write and publish your bestseller on Amazon challenge. Thank you for staying with me through to day 7. I'm so glad you have been joining me to learn how to write your bestseller within 30 days. Okay, so I just want to quickly invite some people so that they could join us live, and we should be starting shortly. So in the meantime, if you're joining me, I would like to know where you are listening from. You could just say hi in the comments. You could just say hello if you're listening on replay or you're listening to me live. Okay? So today our topic is on how to complete your book this week. You need to finish that book. You're going to write and complete your bestseller this week. That's why you're on this 30-day challenge. You want to be challenged to start and finish your book. You're not going to slow down. Nothing is going to prevent you from finishing your book. You are going to finish it, okay? So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So once again, if you're listening to me, just say hi. Let me know you're with me, and I will get started. Okay, so let me just give a quick recap of what we've been doing so far. I usually love doing that so that you would be able to follow very well, especially for those that are just listening to me for the first time and they don't really know what we've done so far. Okay. So day 1, we spoke about your purpose for writing a book. What's your why? What's your goal? That's the goal of the author for writing your book. Why do you want to write your book? Do you want to write it to build authority? Do you want to write your book so that you can have passive income? Do you want to write your book because you want to enlighten people? Why do you want to write your book? And we also spoke about the myths of being an author. You know, some people think, I'm not an expert, can I write my book? Some people think, somebody else has written on this topic, can I still write my book? And we addressed all those issues as to why you should write your book, why you are one of the best people to write on the topic that you want to write on. So day 2, we looked at we went further to identify how to get your book idea. So if you're just joining us, please, I would really love it if you could listen to the previous videos. Ideally, we are expected to have a lifetime pass for each video, and those that subscribed for the group support option will have access to all the audios by the time we're through. But for now, it's free for everyone to access it, because I really desire that everyone will start their book and complete it within these 30 days and publish their book. Okay, not just publish your book, but publish a bestseller, such that from there you could grow your business. You can create your 6-figure income business, 7-figure, 8-figure, as you so desire. Okay, so once again, if you're online, just say hello so I'll know you're online. Yeah, I spoke about identifying your book idea, and we said if you're publishing on Amazon, you should also do your market research. Be sure that there is a market for what you're selling, so that in the end it's not just going to be you, your best friend, and your parents that will get to read your book. Then we talked about having a core message. What is your goal for your readers? By the time they finish reading your book, what transformation do you desire that they have? I also spoke about identifying your target audience, knowing where to find them offline, online, tidying up your social media bio, your social media profile, such that anyone that visits your social media profile will be able to know that indeed you're an expert on what you're talking about, or you've consistently been talking about that thing, and such that you don't necessarily have embarrassing materials on your profile page that would make people wonder if you are worth listening to. The idea should be, using your bio, you're able to talk about what you do, what you help people become, or what you help people achieve. And you also should be providing value via your social media profile, adding and giving people information pertaining to what you want to talk about in your book. So that's like a form of teaser. You're preparing the hearts of people into knowing that they're just getting them set, basically getting them set for the information you're going to dish out to them, the book you have to publish for them. Okay, then we talked about going to Facebook groups and communities where you could find your ideal customers, adding value there and trying to confirm that indeed they're interested in what you have to offer. Then on day 4, we talked about having a launch team. We talked about mind mapping, how to get out of writer's block, how to do a brain dump for that book topic, that book idea that you chose on day 2, so that you could write your book fast. And I showed you how to determine your chapters. We also posted up some videos that would help with the mind mapping process, knowing how to go from mind mapping to the outline process. And talked about getting people on notification, letting people sign up to be notified when your book is available, especially if you have given them a lot of value and you're telling them, oh, I have my book ready. Okay, you could either pre-order it, pay a certain amount, and you also give them lots of bonuses, or maybe you're telling them that I have my book ready, and or my book will soon be ready, so just kindly sign up. I will be giving you updates when the book is out. We talked about how to I believe day 5 we spoke about how to write your book fast and make it engaging. That was day 4. We also spoke about how to write an engaging and interesting fiction book. So if you're listening to me, I would just love you to say hi. For some reason I can't really see very well right now the comments of those listening, but I really love you to say hi and where you're listening from. So I will know that you're with me. Fantastic. So day 6, what I posted was, for day 6 I just posted a video. It was a replay by Steve Alcorn. He's a well-known author, and he teaches people internationally how to write novels. So what he wrote, his video was on creating your best novel ever, and he spoke about plots, stories, and the rest, how to build your novel structure. So I won't be going into that because I would say his video handled that part. I believe the replay is no longer available, but for as many people that have been following us, you would have learned how to structure your book, your novel. So I'm using today to represent day 7. I'm going to be going live twice, around noon and around 1. So this is going to be representing day 7. And today I want to give you tips on how you can complete your book this week. Okay? Now, the reason why we're on this challenge is because I want to help as many people as possible who want to write their book before the end of the year to write and publish their book. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is for you to write and publish your bestseller on Amazon within this 30-day challenge, so that you can achieve whatever goals that you have set for yourself when you identified your why for writing the book. Cool? So if that sounds like what you want, if it sounds like you indeed desire to write your bestseller within this 30-day period, fantastic. Ensure you continue with us and ensure you finish writing your book this week. So what are the tips I have for you on how to write your book and complete it? Number one, this is number one mistake that some people make at times, which is not really the best. Do not edit your book until you're done writing it. Now, part of the reasons why some people, I'm still writing, and they are trying to get the perfect chapter 1 is because they are trying to edit their book while writing. Nah, you don't do that. At least not if you want to write fast. So please do not edit your book until you're done writing it. As you are typing, there will be typographical errors. Fine, just leave it. You know what you want to write. You're just pouring out the ideas. You have done the mind mapping, and I said you can also do mind mapping per chapter, because from the mind mapping process we're able to get out possible chapters from the different sections, and we got out the outline. We said all the subtopics would go under each chapter, and they formed our outline so that we know that okay, we should talk about certain things. And I also suggested that for each chapter you can just ask yourself, okay, the kind of questions your target audience, your customer avatar would want to know about that topic, about that chapter. And I said you could ask those questions, and it will enable you have something to write. You'll be able to fill in the gap, fill in the space. Okay? So please do not edit your book until you're done writing it. Once you're done, then you can now start editing. In my next video, audio training for day 8, we're going to be talking about how to edit your book even when you're on a budget. Because sometimes these are the things that delay people. They think their book has to be perfect. It has to be edited by someone who wants to charge them maybe $500. Okay, doesn't have to be $500. Maybe $100 or more, and or even $1,000. And they're like, oh my goodness, I don't have this money at this point in time. That shouldn't delay you from editing your book. So that's what we're going to be talking about on day 8. Another tip for completing your book this week is for you to be focused. Ensure you're writing one book at a time so that you can start and finish. There are some people that are all into several things, and that affects their speed. But because I know there's some people that would have gotten different ideas for different book, they would have gotten different book ideas and like, oh great, I can write on all these 4 things, and they are trying to write simultaneously. Well, it's not impossible to do that, but I would advise that you ensure you just write one book at a time. Another tip could be write out your why. Write it on a sheet of paper. Let it be where you can see it regularly. For some people, they would even talk about creating like a contract with yourself, in which you write out, maybe I this hereby promise to complete my book this week, or to complete my book by the whatever date, so write it down and sign, and let it be where you see it daily, so that it's consistently in your face that you want to complete your book by this time. Another tip you could use to finishing your book would be determining to cover 1 chapter per day or a certain number of words per day. But I need you to complete your book, because your book is going to become a bestseller, and you would use your book to transform your business. You use your book to get to the next level that you desire for yourself in your life. Okay, so that will be all for today. Today is relatively short, and it's more about tips for completing your book. For day 8, we will be talking about how to edit your book, so please ensure you stay tuned. By 1 o'clock I'll be coming up live again, and I would love you to join us. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day. Cheers.